Hey everyone. So for today's video, I want to talk to you about why I absolutely loved Andor Season 2, Episode 8, titled, Who Are You? Look, I'm going to be honest. I was never a big Rogue One fan. I just didn't care about it. I think I was promised a different movie when it was announced, and I know they went back and reshot a bunch of stuff. I did like Cassian. I thought Cassian was a great character. But honestly, I just didn't care for Rogue One. And when the Cassian show got announced, I was nervous. I didn't know what they were going to do with it or how they were going to market it. So I didn't watch it at first. And then one day, I binge watched it. All of it. And I became a believer. Then time went by. And I was waiting until Season 2 got announced. Season 2 finally got announced. I don't think there will be a Season 3. And I don't think we need a Season 3. Without recapping everything that's been going on in the show, I want to talk just about this episode, how the Empire is using their propaganda machine to show the rest of the Star Wars universe that, hey, these people of Ghorman are not safe. We have to take them down for your safety. Because we care about you, because we're the Empire. We would never create false news stories. That's what the Empire will do. It will create genocide on a peaceful planet just for you. Thanks, Emperor Palpatine. You're a great guy. If you don't get emotional when the people of Ghorman are singing their national anthem, then there's something wrong with you. It's that broke me. The protests definitely sparked images of revolutions in my head. Everything from the Russian Revolution in 1917 to the summer of 68 in France, even images of our own protests that we've had in the past couple of years. I've always been a fan of political dramas. I know some people, the politics bothered them in the prequels.
Like so many of the people that we tell ourselves we're here to serve, Tekla lives in a district that rarely has electricity and running water as a result of the war. Her children can now only bathe every 2 weeks, and they have no light in which to read or study at night. The Republic has always funded these basic services, but now there are those who would divert the money to the war. Therefore, it is our duty and our responsibility to preserve the lives of those around us by defeating this bill.
You know what? You do need the politics in Star Wars, especially early on in the prequels, because then you find out how Palpatine took power and therefore became the Emperor.
The Republic will be reorganized into the first galactic empire for a safe and secure society.
If not, it would not make any sense. I think this episode and the following one, Welcome to the Rebellion, are crucial episodes to know the history of the Rebel Alliance. Sure, we had Rebels, the cartoon. This is really important. This is when the Rebel Alliance becomes the Rebel Alliance that eventually will have Luke Skywalker blow up the Death Star. The Empire uses people like puppets. Let's face it, Palpatine doesn't care about anyone. He just wants his own gain. And we get that with the character of Cyril. We get introduced to him from the very beginning of this series. We even get to meet his mother.
Mother.
Love her or hate her. There's two different camps on her. We even give him a love interest that's an ISB agent. And she uses him as a puppet for her own power gain. And she only feels bad after it's too late. But you know what the saddest part of Cyril's story arc is? It's not the fake promotions that he got or his mom demasculating him nonstop. It's when he finally sees Cassian again and they fight. And Cassian, right before Serial gets to meet his maker, asks him,
Who are you?
there's one line that sticks with me in this 3-story arc. And I think it was in the previous episode. I don't remember if it's in this one. Someone has seen these new Imperial soldiers come in, and she says they're so young. Right away, I was like, oh shit, these guys are going to be cannon fire. And they are. Sadly, that's what they become, cannon fire. And it's so sad, but it shows how many young people have lost their lives in so many wars. Something that impressed me a lot in this episode were the KX security droids. For me, K2SO that we meet in Rogue One was always an annoying version of Sheldon Cooper and C-3PO put together. I just didn't care. Like I said, I didn't care about any character except Cassian and Rogue One. But these, in this episode, these droids scared the shit out of me. They were like Terminator level, how they just were scary and terrifying. You don't want to fuck with one. Something that's amazing about this show all around so far in these 9 episodes I've seen, I don't know about the last couple, but we have no mention of anyone with a lightsaber. We don't have any guest appearance by Darth Vader like we did in Rogue One with that horrible fan service that the internet totally went crazy over. We didn't even get Orson Krennic showing up in this episode. It's just about the average person in the Star Wars universe. And I love that. It's grounded in reality. It's just a story of people trying to create a revolution, a way to stop this evil fascism from taking over the world completely. And it gets destroyed eventually by a bunch of giant teddy bears. This episode was brave, it was bold. We've always heard about the Ghorman Massacre, and now we finally got to see it. And for me, it's probably one of my favorite things in Star Wars, along Claudia Gray's novel called Bloodline, a great novel about the sequel trilogy. Also, I know I'm going to get a lot of flack for this, but Rian Johnson's Last Jedi. I think that movie is bold and brave, and I definitely need to make a video explaining why I love that movie so much. And if you're a fan of this time era, read the book Catalyst. It's a must-have. It's a must-read, especially if you're interested in knowing more about Orson Krennic and how the Death Star finally came together. I can talk about this episode for hours, but I wanted to make a quick, short video talking about what I thought was great about this episode. If you want more in-depth conversation about it, I put some links down below in the description to great videos that explain more about it. Please like, subscribe, comment. I want to know what you thought of it. Am I crazy for liking this episode? Or do you think it was heartbreaking also? Especially in the end with that radio transmission as we see Cassian just escaping.
We are under siege. We're being slaughtered. The Imperial murder of Ghorman has begun. There are hundreds of bodies this moment. As I say these words, hundreds of murdered Ghorman lay dead in Vamo Plaza. Thousands more on the streets, more every minute. We're being destroyed. This is Ghorman reaching for any open channel that can hear me. If you can hear me. If you believe in truth, if you have any faith left in truth, please mark this message and pass it forward. This is murder!
But the Empire and the propaganda machine.